Hello, hi all, good morning. So I just stepped out, going nowhere. I just thought I'll make a video. One good thing is, I'm not sure if you guys are able to see the difference. I mean, I got a selfie stick. I'll try to make a video on the selfie stick. I mean, the brand and which one I bought. And yeah, so I just stepped out to make this video. Sitting in the room and making the video is kind of boring, so I thought this way you guys also will get to see a bit of places around here. Okay, so GIC, as you all know, it is the guaranteed investment certificate. There are thousands of videos in YouTube on GIC, so I'm not going to talk much in detail about what GIC is, right? But yeah, this is one of the most important document, when you travel as an international student, right? So through GIC, what uh, we are expecting is to have an investment already set before you come here, so that when you come here you have some amount to rely on. I mean, in case if you doesn't get a job, in case you um, obviously you can carry some cash with you, but otherwise, this is a a monthly kind of income for at least 1 year. So that's what is expected from GIC. In my case, so I opened GIC through Scotia. So there are different banks through which you can open, get the GIC going. You have banks like Scotia Bank, that is the one of the most favorite banks among students. I mean, the reason being, you have so many branches of Scotia Bank around. I mean, you don't have to run around or walk distances to access your branch for something. I mean, usually you don't have to go to the branch, but most of the things can be done online through the app. But in case if you want to, I mean, there are a few times when you have to visit the bank. I'll cover that in the video. So yeah, other banks are like CIBC, then you have ICI and HDFC, and some other banks, RBC and other things. But like I said, Scotia is the most favorite one. So my account in India was with ICICI. So I did a wire transfer from ICICI to Scotia Bank, and it was straightforward. I mean, opening a GIC account is again simple. I mean, you just go to their online, uh, just follow the steps there, and get the account opened. So once you open the account, they will send you a mail with the account number. Just how to get the account number details from the mail that they send you, and uh, go to the branch where, I mean, the Indian bank where you have your account, and then get a wire transfer done. So when I did the wire transfer from ICICI to the Scotia Bank account here, it got rejected in the first place. That was mainly because of the incorrect information. Incorrect information in the sense, the details that we put in the form and the bank, it should match. So in my case, the name in my passport and the address in my passport and the bank account address was different. That was, I think, one of the reason for the wire transfer getting rejected. But you don't have to worry. I mean, you can attempt again, and that will be credited. But attempting, the wire transfer did take around a week's time. So I lost around a week's time, in that. So just be careful about that. But otherwise, getting the GIC account open is, opened is straightforward. Okay, so you go for an GIC once you have the confirmation letter from your university, the final confirmation letter. So GIC, you only need to get the document before you go for your visa. So GIC is one of the documents that you should be submitting along with the visa application, right? So once you have the GIC document, you can go with the other documents for applying the visa. So once you are here in Canada, GIC will be, I think, one of the first things that you do. You don't have to really get a local mobile number or the SIN number. I mean, just before that, even before that, you can get your GIC initiated. It is good to have a mobile number, local mobile number in place before you go for GIC. That way you can at the branch itself you can get the number updated, but even otherwise you can get your number updated through the website or through the app, so that's not an issue at all. So once you land here, now obviously you will have to get into your quarantine. After your quarantine period is done, then you can go to your branch if it is Scotia. In my case, it was Scotia Bank. So I mean, they are not allowing customers to walk in, especially for initiating GIC. So you have to book an appointment. For me, I did come across a person who posted in Facebook that he recently joined Scotia Bank and we can approach him for any help. So I did ping him on Messenger, and he though he was on vacation, he spoke with one of his colleagues there in the Scotia Bank, and he helped me to get an appointment. So you can try that, or you can call them. You can get the number from Google, call them, and get the appointment. So that's not going to be a big issue. I mean, you can always get their number and call them. So once you have the appointment ready, on the date, go to the bank. Have your passport and study permit with you when you go to the bank. And I had to wait. When I reached the bank, I had to wait for some time because she was already attending someone. Yeah, then it was my turn. I gave my details. I told her that I'm here to initiate the GIC account, and I had a GIC obviously you'll have to carry the GIC document also. So yeah, just give her the GIC document, and that will have the account number and everything, so she will access that. To tell you guys, she spent a good 1.5 hour explaining the whole thing. I mean, since we are new here, banking is almost same as in India, but she was like very kind enough to spend so much time detailing. I really didn't wanted so much details because it was almost the same, but I think she does that with every student who go there. So that way it was a new experience for me, because when we go to banks in India, they hardly talk with us, so that was a different experience for me. So she helped me initiate the GIC account. Then she created a savings account here, linked the GIC and the savings account, and then initially she transferred. So the GIC amount that you submit, I missed that point. So that is $10,000, around $10,000, right? So I had 10,000 in my GIC account. So for the first month, you will get $2,000 transfer from your GIC, and rest of the balance amount, 8,000, that will be divided by 12, and you will get in 12 installments. So that's how you get a minimum amount every month. So the monthly amount that you get will be around $650 to $700. So that's the monthly amount that you get from GIC. Yeah, so the monthly amount will be around $650 to $700, and the date of payment will be the date on which you initiate your GIC account. So let's say if you have initiated your GIC account on 10th, right, then the next month 10th you will get another 650 or $700 paid to your savings account, right? So once that is done, she will get your debit card processed. So when you leave the bank on that day, you will have a savings account created. You will have a checking account. So the checking account is the account through which you should be doing all the transactions, right? So you should always make sure that your checking account has enough balance. If by mistake, if you do any transaction, paying your credit card, or swiping buying something at store from your savings account, then there will be a charge of around $5. So just make sure that your checking account always has a balance, especially when withdrawing amount from ATM. Yeah, so you will have your savings account created, you will have your checking account created, and then you will have a debit card issued on the same day. And so like I said, initially $2,000 will be deposited into your savings account, and in my case I had around 1600 CAD which I carried from India, so I wanted to deposit that as well. So she helped me, she came to the ATM and helped me deposit that amount. So I had around 3600 initially in my savings account. So from savings, like I said, all the transactions should be done through checking. So you should always make sure that your checking has some balance. So I asked her to transfer around 1600 from my savings to checkings account, which she did. And she also filled in the form for a credit card. The credit card won't be issued on the same day. You will get the credit card on mail, that is by post. So for me it took around a week's time to get the credit card. It will be a name printed card, so that's the reason it takes time. And once you get the credit card, all the transactions here mostly people do through credit card, because maintaining a good credit history is important. Mainly when you go for bank loans, mortgages, etc. So all the transactions are done through credit card. So initially when a credit card is issued to you, your credit history or your credit score, credit score will be around 640 or so, and gradually you will have to use your credit card wisely, pay the amounts in time, and increase your credit score. Right, so once you make a transaction from your credit card, you will have around 21 days before you pay. Don't pay the minimum amount. Always make sure to pay the whole amount, and and in time, right? Don't wait for the last 21 days to pay the balance, and pay it as and when you have the amount. So that's very important. I just wanted to make that point here. So once you get the credit card will have a sticker with the customer care number where you can call and activate your credit card. So in my case I called them. You just have to enter your credit card number, the expiry date, so those details, and the credit card will be activated, and it is ready to use. You don't have to activate your card, you don't have to visit the branch. But once you activate the card, you start using the card, and you have to pay the card from your checking account. But to pay the card, you have to link your credit card with your saving account or your checking account. To link the accounts, you have to go to the branch. So I did visit the branch, and it took around hardly 5 minutes to get that done. And Scotiabank also has an app, Scotiabank app, and that's very user friendly. All the transactions are listed in detail, and immediately, or any transaction that you do, that will be immediately reflected, so you can keep track on that. So that's a pretty useful app. And once your credit card is linked to your bank account, your savings bank account, you can directly just a swipe it is, make the payment. So that's pretty easy. Yeah, so the Scotiabank app will have four accounts. One would be your savings account, then it will be your checking account, and then it will be your credit card account, right? Credit card details. So yeah, three accounts listed in your Scotiabank app. To make any payment, just select the balance due on your credit card and go to your checkings account and make the payment. It is pretty straightforward. So that was it. So like I said, I mean, in this video I didn't wanted to cover what is GIC, but mainly on how to initiate GIC account once you're here. So just to conclude, to initiate the GIC, book an appointment with the bank, go with your study permit, your passport, and the Scotiabank statement that you have got, the document that you have got, and once you're there, they will help you to set it. And when you walk out of the bank, you will be having a checking account created, a savings bank account created, your debit card in your hand, and you will have a credit card 1 week later. And to activate the credit card, you will have to call the customer care, and to link your credit card with your savings account, you will have to visit the branch again. Always make sure all the payments, all the transactions are done through your checking account, and you always maintain a good credit score. That is by paying your credit card balances in time, right? I hope the video is useful, right? I always try to keep the video short, so that you guys get the information in a short time, and you don't have to sit watching for a long video, right? So if you like the video, please do hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, so that you get notified, right, whenever I post a new video. And also do share with your friends, right, so that it will be useful for them as well. So in that case, I'll take a leave. Take care. Bye.